Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Envoy of Kairos back for more Pokemon Infinity. Let's see what Professor Thorn's got to say. How's your research? How's your search for the Kaios Shard going? You did what? Came out on top in some big tournament? That's incredible. Thought I heard Geralt fantasizing about starting a tournament back in the day. Good to see you went through with it. How cool you got to be a part of that. What an astounding coincidence that the specific shard of charged arcanium we needed was also a part of the trophy for that tournament. Nevertheless, you acquired the last energy signature we need. I will go down into the lab, remove the stone from the trophy, and load it into the machine. Don't worry, I've got some leftover arcanium from Echo Rock Town that I can fashion into a replacement to put in the trophy. No one will be the wiser. Well, that's helpful. By the way, the plan is to send you home. We've got a few things we must do in the lab, but once we're done, you'll be leaving Ego. I guess my point is, if you had any unfinished business you wanted to take care of, you may want to do that before we bid our farewells. When you're ready, as always, I'll be in the lab. Huh. That's ominous. But I can't think of anything I need to do. There's some places I want to go and check, but I don't have the ability to do so. The machine is booted up and ready to go. It's calibrating coordinates on your calculated origin point. You've just got to wait on that to finish processing. While we're waiting, there is one last task I need you to complete. You see, even though the advanced quantum particle displacer is the most powerful technological marvel of our time, it's not perfect. It can only compute information from this reality. In order for you to go home, the machine has to be able to send and receive information from a small pocket of your reality to return you. The physics of every reality probably vary, which means the machine would need a way to understand how to calculate that information. This is where you come in. I figured out how to upgrade its quantum processing so that the varying laws of physics don't break it. It has to be upgraded internally at the quantum level. By quantum level, I mean smaller than the size of atoms. I'm going to shrink you. Oh, we're going Quantumania on this. Alright, Ant-Man me up. Don't worry, it's completely safe. I've already been running successful tests on inanimate objects. Scary part will be when you dematerialize and turn into digital information. Yeah, so I'm gonna basically turn you into a computer program for a few minutes so we can upgrade the operating system. Since you came from a reality we're trying to reach, I should be able to use your information, now digitized, as a means of upgrading its physics translation software. I'll load the upgrade software into the suit that you'll be equipped with. We'll use the energy from Palkia to shrink the space between your atoms, and then use the reality distorting power of Giratina to turn you into digital information. The Alga's energy will help stabilize the process as it assists in synchronizing the energy flow. I promise, Drew, you'll probably be just fine. It should only take a few minutes. This is it, Drew. One last quick adventure into digital space. After that, it's back off to where you belong. Like I said outside, if you got anything else you want to do before you go home, this is your last chance. When you're ready, just take a step into the machine. Huh. I may be recording the finale today. Well, let's give this a shot. Initializing space bending protocol. Quantifying biological molecular values. Digitizing. Oh, this looks pretty cool. This is a pre-recorded message to instruct you on how to upgrade the computer internally. You have been placed in the quantum confines of the processing unit. All you need to do is make contact with the 4 nodes located in the vicinity. Once you make contact with an active node, it will create a new set of neural pathways that will help you traverse. I've also installed a custom copy of Porygon.exe into your suit. Each node activated will also play part in installing and upgrading Porygon. Pathfinding AI on Porygon is a little buggy, so if Porygon gets stuck, just walk over one of the new pathways. Every time you step on one, it will temporarily give Porygon the ability to pass through solid objects. Okay. This place is a little trippy. Okay. Porygon's become substantial. Porygon 2, and probably Porygon Z in a second. Huh? Is that a fucking Bodemon sprite? Porygon X? The shit? Okay, new Porygon variant. That's cool. Honestly, with a design like that, there's only one name I could give it. There we go. Great work, Drew. The machine upgraded successfully, and it looks like Porygon joined you in your return. Luckily, the extra guest didn't cause any issues. Looks like it actually evolved as it was transferred back. Well, Drew, this is the end of your path. We may not have figured out why you were brought here, but at least we figured out how to get you home. The machine has already made contact with your home reality. You should be ready to go shortly. You know, what we've done here is remarkable. Groundbreaking, even. With the power that we've collected from Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina, we've essentially harnessed the power to travel through infinite realities. I know you're probably focused on just making it home, but think about the possibilities. We're able to witness a part of Ego from 100 years ago, just with Dialga's power alone. With all three forces synchronized together, we'll be able to step foot into any alternate time, place, or dimension that we could fathom. The wonders and achievements we could witness, the mysteries we could solve. Drew, we've opened a door to infinite possibilities. I'm ecstatic at the discoveries that may be waiting for us. Sorry, not us, I suppose. You've gone through a lot to get to this point, Drew. I must say, it's been a pleasure working with you. I wish you the best upon your return home. I'll go finalize the destination one last time. And we're getting attacked. And that's all three of them, isn't it? Whatever happened has knocked out the power for this part of the lab. Sorry, Drew. We need to go figure out what's going on. I think I already know. Good news, the PC still works, so we're not completely doomed. Time to figure out what all the commotion... Wait. I'll wait for you, I suppose. Yeah, I think I know who and what it is, and... Yeah, these fuckers, all here. I thought that capturing the deities would put an end to Thorn's schemes. After seeing you at the Kaios ruins, I realized he must have had a contingency plan. How else would you have shown up 100 years in the past without Dialga? I should have known better than to think I could outsmart Thorn. I told you to stay out of this. I told you to stop working with him. I didn't want you to have to get involved, Drew. My entire mission was to stop Thorn from using you as a means to his end. Well, this all looks pleasant. Drew, who do we have here? You know exactly who I am, and at this point I'm sure the kid does too. I mean, you do seem a tad familiar, I guess. Drew, I need you to listen to me. Professor Thorne is taking advantage of your amnesia to make you help him accomplish something more nefarious than he's leading on. He's using you to gather the resources he needs to create a time machine that will distort time and reality. I am from a future in which he succeeds by capturing the three deities. In my timeline, he siphoned the energy of Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina to power his machine. The reason I know he's using you is because he did the same to me when I was your age. Knew it! Drew, I am you from an alternate future. I have seen what Thorne has done, hopping through different times and realities without any regard for the collateral damage he leaves behind. I need to stop him, here and now. To be fair, you paint me in a very negative light. It's not like I'm jumping through realities maliciously, purposely disrupting people's lives. I was never manipulating Drew. It just so happened that both of our end goals intertwined. Also, I absolutely do care about the ripple effect of our actions through the multiverse. I just see them as too inconsequential to affect my overall pursuit of knowledge. Otherwise, everything else sounds pretty accurate. That is why I must stop you. I'll protect the multiverse from you, once and for all. Pfft, that's impossible. How can that be impossible when you've always told me that the possibilities are infinite? Because there's a difference between cliché inspirational quotes and hard science. The very fact that you're here is proof that I've already succeeded. Think, Drew. How did I know to collect the Arcanium shards instead of the deities? Why did I send Drew back 100 years ago instead of to just before they excavated the Kaios shard? To taunt me? Because you knew what I was doing? Precisely. I knew the instant you sent your Team Fate grunt to sabotage the first scan. Oh, by the way, if you're going to try to take the moral high ground, you may want to stop snatching kids out of different realities to work for you. You heard right, Drew. All those Team Fate grunts you had to fight have just been your rival, Teal, pulled from alternate timelines. Shit, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, I didn't snatch Teal. They agreed to join me. Wait, what does any of this have to do with stopping you? Oh, right. The reason I knew what you were up to is because we've done this back and forth a dozen times before. You aren't the first. I applaud your efforts, I really do. But you really should know by now that they will always prove futile. You see, once you've unlocked the gateway to the infinite multiverse, it cannot be closed again. The first timeline in which I succeeded in accessing infinite realities was only the one needed to guarantee a flourishing multiverse. It cannot be undone. Every few realities, there will be a scenario just like this, where you try to stop me, but always end up a few steps behind. I inevitably give you this same spiel, where I explain the insignificance of your efforts. Then we, of course, battle it out to determine who's right. That's how it has always gone. That's how it always will go. So that's it? You're going to keep interfering in different realities, no matter whose life you ruin? Right, because it doesn't matter. What? Their lives don't matter? In the grand scale of infinity, no, they do not. Their lives, our lives, all lives are truly insignificant. We are but dust in the eyes of giants, a drop in an endless ocean of chaos. Those people's lives matter to them. Right you are, Drew. Something you've failed to understand, though, is just how vast infinity truly is. When there are an infinite number of timelines and realities, everything and anything could happen, already has. We are all just a microscopic fraction of the universe, observing and experiencing itself. People whose lives may be affected by our reality-hopping actions are worse off in a million different realities, and better off in a million others. Our actions, on a universal scale, are inconsequential, insignificant, practically non-existent. In time, you will come to understand that. I would never accept having a lack of empathy for other people's lives like you have. Is it not obvious to you yet, Drew? I am you, from an even farther future than you are to young Drew. But that's impossible. Oh no, I can see it. Possibilities are infinite. How can that be? It's very simple, Drew. Who better to work with than yourself? Over the last few decades, I've been showing up in alternate timelines of my past in hopes of accomplishing goals more efficiently. I adopt the alias of Professor Thorne simply because I like the way it sounds. I spend time teaching younger me things I wish I had known sooner. I created a vast network of alternate versions of ourselves, all working together to study and explore the infinite realities we have at our disposal. Every once in a while, one of us will rebel, thinking it's the right thing to do. Talk about being your own worst enemy, am I right? Alas, I have yet to see a defector succeed. Like they say, there's a first time for everything. Optimistic of you to assume that you'll be the one to prove that sentiment correct. Drew, come on. Help me stop Thorne once and for all. As soon as we put an end to this, the sooner I can get you home. Oh shit. I actually have to pick here? Oh, that's tough. Because the worst part is both of them are right, and that's even being expressed in their character designs here. Like, it's a whole yin-yang situation going on even with their color schemes. I mean, look at it. Both of them have singular, centralized dots of black and white, but one's lower and one's higher. Oh, this is tough. I need a few minutes to actually think about this. Okay, I think I've decided. The version of me that's lost his empathy is the one that needs to go down. Poor choice, Drew. You see, though our main power supply and networking infrastructure are wiped out, the PC storage system is still intact. I was actually able to sync up with my multiverse storage system right after you upgraded the computer. The multiverse storage is an upgrade I made that gives me access to any Pokemon we've caught from any reality. It was connected just long enough to give me access to our secret weapon. Behold, the creator of the multiverse. Our chaos. What? Jesus Christ. This is our chaos. The one Pokemon above all, creator of Arceus and the cosmic deities. Oh, fuck. He's only got the one, though. Fuck it! Ah, shit. Come on, Hockey, stand it. God, this thing hits hard. Let's try our Ben, somebody a little more durable. Toxic spikes won't work, it's not like he even can switch. God, even Urban's tankiness isn't doing anything for him. How the hell am I supposed to fight this? Okay, that did a lot more damage. Fuck. Let's try Dragon Pulse. It gotta be a dragon. If I win this, it's gonna be just barely. Come on, Chops. Venom Swipe. Come on, you're a tanky guy, you can last it. Fuck, he flinched. I don't have anything to revive with, do I? Fuck, I don't. I am fucked here. And I saved right before it, so my only chance is being really goddamn lucky. Oh god. How the hell am I gonna manage this? I can't fly out of here to go buy any items. What's happening? I remember having this confrontation. Well, this all looks pleasant. Drew, what do we have here? You said that already. We already did this. What is happening? A time loop, obviously. A time loop means we already had this exchange. I've already explained myself? Did I lose? No, you haven't necessarily lost. Yet. My plan just hasn't succeeded. So, we're going to try again. Well, I guess this just gives me one more chance to stop you. Impossible. How can it be impossible when you've always... How are you still not understanding? We've already done this countless times, just this version of you just hasn't experienced it yet. It will keep happening until I ultimately win. We will keep repeating this moment until Drew does what needs to be done. You may possibly be stuck in this same moment for a while, so get used to it. Your lab is destroyed. How could you possibly be manifesting time loops? You know my contingency plans have contingencies. It was actually younger us who helped me pull it off. Once Drew was able to initiate the computer upgrade, it allowed... Wait, younger us? What do you mean us? It's just me and younger me. Oh, that's right, sorry. Spoiler alert, you haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm future you, you're future Drew, which in turn means I am even farther future version of Drew. That doesn't make... Actually, yeah, I guess that tracks. I should have known you had a better handle on time travel than I did. Now you're starting to get it. So, what? We battle, I try to stop you, and if you lose, it all just gets reset anyway? Well, it's not quite that simple. It's more of a merging of timelines, but, well, you'll see, I guess. Well, I have no option left other than to make my final stand. We all have parts to play. Drew, come on, help me stop Thorn once and for all. As soon as we put an end to all this, sooner you can get you home. Sorry, Thorn. Yes! Okay, that's a huge boon. If I can keep him asleep for just 2 turns. Got him already over half down. Holy shit, Frost might actually do this. Okay, Frost got us close. Frost, you are officially nicknamed the God Slayer after this. Haley, take advantage of that focus sash. As long as she doesn't flinch. Yes! Almost. You got us close, Haley. That's all we needed. Hockey. Finish this fucker. Aura Sphere. Sorry, Hockey don't flinch. And we've just slayed a fucking god. It doesn't matter now, Drew. Future you has destroyed our lab. You only have one other choice if you want to go home. It is time for our chaos to reset this reality. In its place will be a new reality, devoid of any more outside interference. I hope this is the last time I have to do this. Just so you know, Drew, I always planned to send you home. That was always my mission through all of this. The only reason it got so seemingly out of hand there is because it had to. It had to be something extravagant. Big climactic send-off. Satisfying conclusion to your grand adventure. But it wasn't satisfying, was it? There's still places unexplored. Stones unturned. Such is the nature of dreams, I suppose. There's always more to dreams that we just can't seem to reach. If only we could stay asleep. No, no. You've come too far just to give up now. It's time for us to go. Don't you get it, Drew? None of this has been real. Just a figment of our brain conjured up. A fantasy world that brings us a sense of comfort. A way for us to cope with the reality we fear waking back up to. All just an internal psychological struggle against yourself. I knew you weren't put here because of Celebi's time-warping mischief. We were always just trying to prolong the dream. But alas, the dream is over. Our journey is done. Wake up, Drew. And there's the hospital bed. A completely different sprite style. Currently comatose, some brain activity. In case patient wakes, please alert parents immediately. On site, if not, refer to their phone numbers and directory. Wakes must not be allowed to fall back asleep. If not fully recovered, patient may become permanently comatose. Get well soon cards are scattered on the table. Looks like your DS is on top of the pile. Your faint background music from the game. Oh. So this is all set in our reality. Dr. Wormwood, I had some thoughts on the patient you've been working with for the last few weeks. I've spoken with a few of my neurologist buddies, and it got my gears turning with possible solutions. Contact me at your earliest convenience. Best regards, Dr. Lucy. So all of this, every bit of it has been translating what we've been hearing in our coma. Newspaper, the cover seems to have stories about rising income inequality, impending doom of climate change, rise of authoritarian fascism across the globe. Yeah, so it's our reality. No wonder they were so desperate to stay. this is a tough decision. This may be really grim and stupid, but if this were the case for me, if I knew the kind of dream paradise I'd be able to return to compared to this reality, I might end up making this decision too. But I don't think I could do that to my family either. Now the only reason I'm sending this character back to bed and back into the coma is because there's still more to do in this game. More places to explore. More Pokemon to catch. I want to see what else that world has in store. So let's do it. There were so many hints that this game, that its entire setting wasn't real. For the longest time I thought it was all, a simulation. And then it turns out it wasn't even that, it was all a dream. A dream about a reality so distant from our own. A dream that I'm sure a lot of longtime Pokemon fans have really wished could be true. That world is just so massive and magical and doesn't have to deal with all the ridiculous bullshit that we have going on here. Fascist governments disguising themselves as democracy. Blatantly fascist governments that have no intentions of changing and no ability to change. Pollution and climate change running rampant. The world just ready to implode on itself. Poverty at an all-time high. My whole generation completely fucked out of any chance of having a life savings. And any property ownership or anything. We got fucked. Blatantly fucked. Who wouldn't take the opportunity to just escape to a world like this if you could? No, I'd jump at the chance. Come back to the lab. Thorn wants me back there. I guess Thorn is the logical part of our character's brain. I guess I'll stop here and see you guys again for another episode with a post-game next week. Later, guys.